Shalom, shalom. First, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and shalom to the keep pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. You know, want to give much blessings, you know, to the elect of Israel, right? So basically, you know, we come out here another weekend to prophesy the downfall of this wicked society, you know what I mean? And every time we come out here, we see more and more things that get fulfilled, you know what I mean? We see prophecies that go further and further, you know what I mean? Which basically, you know, means we are get closer and closer, you know, to deliverance, you know what I mean? Closer and closer to the kingdom. I mean, if you take a look at, you know, what's happening in the world right now, you know, if you have the eyes to see, you know, and the ears to hear, right, you realize, yo, a lot of moves I get made for ushering the NWO, you know what I mean, the New World Order. You see me? We in the form of, we know the NWO, you know what I mean, will be a digital society, right? A digital society wherein everyone will be monitored, tracked, controlled, you know what I mean? Everything what you do, you will be getting some form of, you will be under some form of control. You know what I mean? Nobody will be independent or autonomous anymore. You know what I mean? All your moves them will be controlled, programmed. Yeah?
Give me a little shape now. Baby, if you're not about to shake, take it to them.
This is Luke 21.
If you're not about to shake, your blood clotting.
Verse 31. So likewise ye, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Yahweh now shines at hand.
Right?
Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled.
Right. So, as we say, you know, we see the prophecies that have come to pass. You know what I mean? And as the scripture says, when I see these things starting to pass, there's no say the kingdom of heaven is at hand, meaning it's close. See it? We see one of the major prophecies, or the two major prophecies where we really look to see take place, you know, is the WW3, World War III, right, and the MOTB, right, the mark of you know what, right. See, so those are two of the prophecies that we are looking to see take place. And if you're going to Habakkuk 2, it tell you how to watch for the prophecies them. You know what I mean? Because them not going to just happen just so. See, the prophecies not just happen just so. Right? Yeah, things happen gradually, right? So basically we know the build-up stages of those prophecies coming to a close. See, because really and truly we're already in the system for the MOTB, and we're already in World War III. See, that is why that's the significance of all the things that we are see are happening in the news.
This is Habakkuk 2 verse 1. So I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he shall say unto me,
right,
and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Right.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, that the end shall speak and not lie.
Right. So the vision is for an appointed time. See, and we basically take time draw, right, to the final shout, or the final hurrah, as they would have said. See, for both of those prophecies. See? One.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right. See, so enough people would like to say, oh, you know, a long time them hear say World War III, and a long time them hear about MOTB and all of these things. You know what I mean? But the only difference is that, yes, you hear about it, you see me, but you now watch the prophecy itself. You have to watch the prophecy itself in order to understand the times. Yeah, you can watch, you see it? And in order, right? So the most I have an order, or we set the thing for take place. The scripture tells us, say, him declare the end from the beginning. Yeah?
Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Right.
It shall not return unto me void,
Right.
but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it.
Right. So all of these prophecies that we are waiting for, you know what I mean, the Most High had already set them for move. See it? Yeah. No. In the digital world, you have a thing where you call algorithms. See, when you set up
No man, no man.
Bring it back. Yeah.
Go there, sir.
Yeah, man, that's good. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, in the digital world, you see me, you have this thing called algorithms. You know what I mean? Basically algorithms when I come like something, you just set it and it just carry out the task them indefinitely, you know? In a one particular order. You see me? And that's how the Most High set everything. You know what I mean? They declare the end already from the beginning of time.
Second is just 4 verse 36. Say, and unto these things, Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, even when the number of the seeds is filled in you, for he has weighed the world in the balance,
Right.
by measure as he measured the times, and by number as he numbered the times, and he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right. Hey, we use another example. You have if you play video games, especially online games, right? The developers normally have, brother can correct me, you know what I mean, but the developers basically create new content or whatever, you know what I mean, where release after a certain time. You do an update and then you're able to access that content, that new content. You see me? So that's basically how the Most High set up everything, yo. You know what I mean? During as I said from the beginning, seeing everything was already set in a specific order.
Right. Isaiah 46:9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh and there is none else.
Right.
I am Yahweh and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient time the things that are not yet done,
Right.
saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Right, exactly. You see me? And then you have the man them where, you know, the prophets them where you would have called the man them where share the leaks and the secrets them. You see me? Them have the full information, but them leak certain things. So you're already aware. You see me? But as always, you have people where don't like the spoilers. You see me? They like get everything real time. And that is what happened to a lot of people. You see me? Because they now pay attention to the prophecies. You see me? They don't understand the times that they live in. They don't understand the moves that are being made. You see me? Because nothing get done randomly. Nothing just happen by chance, especially in our society like this. Everything is planned out and controlled. See it?
This is Amos 3 and verse 7 says, surely the Lord will do nothing but he revealeth something unto his servants the prophets.
Right. That's what God.
This is Ezekiel 12 and verse 21. So the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is this proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth?
Right.
Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in the land of Israel.
Right.
But say unto them, the days are at hand, the effect of a vision.
Right. Yeah, people not really pay attention to people not pay attention to what happened, so therefore they don't really give a hell about what the future really holds. The only time most people really have think about future is basically to feed them individual selves. But in order, if you have to consider the future, you have to consider other aspects, though.
Right.
You see me?
Future them consider very narrow-minded.
Exactly, very narrow-minded. There is no space for possibilities.
There's no space for reality.
Reality.
They only see feed them future where they want to come to pass.
Right. You see me? There is no space for reality in their minds, as the brother said. You know what I mean? Because today I watch one video, and basically the video was about, you know, how people are going to work till them, most people are going to end up work till them dead. They're not going to be able to retire, you know, and, you know, enjoy them life work.
Retire when they're old,
Right.
infirm.
Yeah,
All of them retirement money, and the doctor and nursing.
Right. You see me? So basically what they must say is that in this day and age, this generation of young people do more, basically enjoy themselves more, you know, take trips, basically gaining certain experience in certain things, you know, where the past generation never really experienced, or, you know, never have the thought of trying to experience those things. You see me? So yeah, read about the precept.
For I am the Lord. Let's talk about the verse. So
Effect of every vision.
So tell them therefore, thus say the Lord God, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Right.
But say unto them, the days are at hand,
Right.
the effect of the vision.
Right.
For there shall be no more vain vision and flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, and I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall no more be prolonged.
Right.
For in your days, O rebellious host, I will say the word and will perform it, say the Lord God.
Right. So this generation, you know, no matter what you see happen, the most them are gonna say is God soon come for him world. But they don't really believe that.
What that mean?
You see me?
What God soon come to the world mean?
Yeah,
What is
exactly.
the Lord entail?
Like, can slow down and actually, if you slow down and actually think about it, you know what I mean? It really go deeper than just saying God soon come for him world, yo. You see me? Because a whole heap of things have to take place during that time.
Things were not good.
You see me? And there's not gonna be a rapture. You see me? So all of the bad will come with God coming for the world. Everybody have to experience it, yo, right? You see me? So this day and age of people are say, yo, now pay attention to that. You know, good vibes only. And all of them things, yo. When the vision basically take time come to pass. The effect of every vision have come to pass.
So Amos 5 and verse 8. So woe unto you that desire.
Yeah.
So Amos 5 verse 16 said, therefore, the Lord, the God of hosts, the Lord does say, wailing shall be in all streets.
What?
That's how God will come meet.
Yep, exactly.
That's a one example. Wailing shall be in our streets. They say, oh, God soon come to the world. You're supposed to say it and wail.
Right, and why you go will? You know what I mean? For the things that where you go see, the things that where you are going to go through, the things that you are going to experience. The scripture tells us the day of the Lord is darkness,
I say
gloominess. Go on.
Understand what wailing means?
Right.
And you have crying, they have bawling, and they have wailing.
Lament.
Lament, yeah.
So, wailing shall be in our streets, and they shall say in all the highway, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandman to mourn, and such are as skillful of lamentation and wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, said the Lord.
Right, everywhere you go have bawling, everywhere you go have people are lamenting. Go on.
Every vineyard I get a fast.
Right.
It said, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Right.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
God, that is what God soon come for him world actually mean. When you slow down and think about it. You see me? Imagine just running into problem after problem after problem, disaster after disaster after disaster. Imagine you being in a one of them disaster movie there, like 2012 or The Day the Earth Stood Still, or what the other one the name? The place freeze.
Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Just put yourself in that scenario, yo. The road. You see me? That is how real it can get. Alright, and it will get. The scriptures tell us how lightnings, thunders, earthquake, darkness, gloominess, famine. You see me? Man, woman and pitney are dead. You see me? Nobody for bury them. That's the reality.
The problem is that mainstream Christianity don't teach the part of the second coming of the Lord. So them say, oh, you know, we can't wait until the second coming of the Lord where we'll be with him and really. But they don't talk about the things that are come with the day of the Lord, yo. The doom will come with it, yo. You see me? The destruction, the blessing can't come unless this world we live in and now get destroyed and done away with, yo. Right? You see me? There is no blessing to come on top of this. You know, take new wine and put in an old bottle. You mash up the bottle, get a new one, and then you pour it in that. Burn.
You slash and burn. Yeah?
Said that which is good can't be planted unless you overturn.
Yeah.
You see me? What I already did it.
Right.
Verse 20 says, last verse, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and a light,
Right.
and very dark and no brightness in it.
Right. You see me? What them I think about is the glory will come after. You see me? Everything done. You know what I mean? But first, you have to go through the body. The scripture is just give you a perfect example. You know what I mean? Yes, the goal is to reach the kingdom or to reach that glorious, beautiful place. Milk and honey, as Christianity would have said. You see me? But first, you have to go through the narrow path. You have to go through the straight path. Right? We're full of all kind of traps. Just like, what that man name again? Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? Before him can get the prize or whatever, he have to go through the booby traps them, that snake, that arrow and them thing there. You see me?
It's 2 Ezra 6, verse 22. Right, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Right? The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Right, famine. You know what I mean? Famine mean the food, no food at all. You're not going to just peckish. You're not going to have no food, yo. You're going to lose weight. Fat people are going to mark you.
Alright, we're going to wait a couple weeks and food will come. You're going to be there. not knowing if food are gonna ever come back. Right? That's the difference. Not knowing if, alright, the supermarket locked, so we can go I want corner shop. There's not gonna be any corner shop. There's not gonna be any supermarket. The military not gonna do that anymore to bring food, come here and everything there. It's you and whatever fat you have left by your body. Or what I thought, isn't it? And if you have a youth, you know, it's going to come to your mind to do it. To eat that youth.
And the thing is, you know, all these events is not going to be no isolated events. You know, because when you speak about famine, you know, you have a lot of other things in the mix. You know, and when it comes out to the end, scripture prophesy, you have certain scenarios that are going to play out. You know, what the direct result of a certain scenario, you know, are going to come after, like even famine itself. Famine basically can come through wars. We witness wars that, enough wars that was fought, you know what I mean, that bring famine.
Right,
you know, siege of Leningrad,
World
War II, you have Bengal, famine, you have the famine in Korea, you know what I mean, and this is times like now, man, you know, like modern on the other side, you know, and guess what? People even end up eating people, man, eating carbs. In Korea, they actually eat carbs, man. You know what I mean? And it's simple because it can happen in space of 2 weeks, man. You know, in space of 2 weeks, people can turn to eating carbs, man. Because, you know, in the case of famine, you know, your mind not 100% after a couple of days. You know what I mean? You know, start to become mad, I should say. Because you start to hallucinate, you start to see other things as food that is not food. You know what I mean? So it have a effect on the mind, because the mind need energy in order to function at its full capacity. Right? You know what I mean? And the more the energy, the source of energy in the body deplete, or the more the mind, you know what I mean, start to shut down some other places and, you know, certain functionality to ensure its survival, man. The brain, I should say.
The brain uses most of the energy in your body, more than your muscles.
Gone. So famine is a very, very, very terrible way to go up, man. The fact that you're hungry, you know, you have, when you're going into the ketosis, you have a time when you're hungry, and then the hunger go away, and then, you know, then it return. And when it return, it return back terrible.
After the ketone body then done.
After the ketone body is finished. You know?
Alright, time for them, right? Verse 23 says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall suddenly be afraid.
Right.
Right? Okay, you know what that means.
Right.
And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Right.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Hey, and every time I bring out them precept here, well, I always reiterate, man. All these things, all these events having to do with time. There's a specific timing or a specific season when all these things happen, man. And as I said before, they're related. Yeah? The mindset of the people now, you know, the mindset that the people have, looking at them government sideways, politicians sideways, you know what I mean? The so-called awakening, everything that people do, you know, even that itself is up to a specific season. You know what I mean? Whenever time a kingdom is about to fall, the same activities take place, man. The same thing that lead to other things, man. Yeah? Yeah?
Whosoever remaineth from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world.
Right. Yeah? And also keep focusing on the time and season. Yeah? In the cycle of everything that happens on the earth, you have certain seasons that manifest certain effects after the age coming to an end. You know what I mean? The mindset of the people, you know, the different disasters that happen, you know, wars and the things that follow war, man. And not only that, you know,
celestial changes take place at a certain time juncture. You know what I mean? Like you have certain eclipses, you know, blood moons, you know what I mean?
The heaven is a clock.
Certain alignments, asteroids, or comet, how they want to call it. So all these things happen in a specific time. Yeah, in a specific time, you know, and believe it or not, even celestial bodies have an effect on the mental psyche of man on the earth, man. Yeah? I'll speak about lunatic, a man being a lunatic. You know what I mean? It's based off of the phase of the moon. Because Luna go back to moon. So you have celestial bodies that play an effect on the minds of people on the earth. So while you see all these different alignments, you see a video, I show all the different alignments and different moon I got through, you know, some rare eclipses and them things that we have coming up for this year. All those things have an effect on the mind. So while you see people moving in a certain direction, that's the Lord of that spirit down here according to how everything set up. You know what I mean? To go in that direction, man. You know, the whole embracing of the lewdness, the homosexuality and all them things. This was done from before. And guess what? The same cycles, whether it want to be celestial or whatsoever cycle, was happening in that time when that take place. Even in the Roman Empire, man, that really happened, man. The lewdness and all it, you see it take place now. It's not the first. It happened in Sodom. Yeah? So these things are signs showing at the end. So you have signs everywhere. You have signs of the behavior of men.
We call it decadence.
Yeah, and you have signs in the heavens. You know what I mean? All the signs, and you have effects, the effects that basically play out like some of the disasters, them and the things that might take place. The Lord warned me of those things, man. You know, no, you have Esau trying to forecast earthquakes, man. Yeah? Because you can figure out that the sun have a whole lot to do with earthquake. You know what I mean? You have CMEs and all them things here that basically affect, you know, the fault lines on the earth. You know what I mean? Coronal mass eruption, electromagnetic wave from the sun. Yeah? As I mentioned, the sun is actually in a grand solar minimum. We are in a grand solar minimum at this point in time. You know what I mean? When the sun output is less than previous times, and when the sun output less, we have less crop. You know what I mean? So farmers having problem with crops. So, as we said before, all these things are interlinked. Yeah? All the things happening in the heavens where people are dope, the wars, where everything, the mindset that caused the war, all of that interlinked, man. The Lord set up everything perfectly to play out in a specific season. You know what I mean? And that's what we're watching right now. We're looking at things playing out, and things are going rapidly, because every time I click on a video concerning money right now, it's talking about the death of the US dollar. Everywhere I turn now. You know what I mean? And it seems like there's nothing out there to try to stop the momentum of where this thing is going, man.
Right. Yeah, hey,
this is the end, man.
You used to hear about the death of the US dollar.
Yeah.
There's always some man of the alternative.
Yeah, no, the mainstream media speaking about the death of the US dollar. You know what? That is actually gonna do, man.
People hear that and think it's simple.
This is not a joke, man. We've been looking forward for this day for years, man. And now they're telling you that this is gonna happen, man. Yeah? We're at a place right now where, look, man. We speak about famine earlier. All these things gonna lead to famine, man. You know, shortages of food. You know what I mean? A lot of people gonna look, man. You're gonna have to go out there and get the chip. You know what I mean? So the Lord can condemn you, man. Yeah? Because what gonna happen, man? All who have money in the banks, man, you're gonna have to do something to basically gain back access to any form of value they have, man. Anything of value they have, you're gonna get access to whatsoever value they have gonna be cut off, man. And guess what? You're gonna have to do something specific in order to gain access to it, man. And that's where the MOTB comes in. Yeah? Give me that, Chris.
Alright, so Luke 21 and 25.
Come.
And there shall be signs in the sun.
There shall be what? Signs in the sun. Right now we have grand solar minimum. You know what I mean? The lowest output from the sun right now. Which gonna lead to famine. Less yield when it come on to crops. Then the war. I'm gonna turn it up a notch, man. Blockades. We learn from history that military blockades, you know what I mean, can lead to famine. That's what happened in Bengal in World War II, man. The British have a blockade out there. There's no food ship coming in, and we can see what happened with the Ukraine and the wheat situation when Russia invaded Ukraine. Say no joke, man. The Lord have everything, all the dominoes ready to fall, man. And the first domino I will get it already. There's no turning back from henceforth, man. No turning back. Now is the time to fall down and go sleep. Yeah?
And there shall be signs in the sun,
Right?
and in the moon,
And in the moon,
and in the stars.
what signs, man? Eclipse, alignments, certain alignments. I'm said before, these things have an effect on the earth. All these things, man. This devil know them thing here. Esau know them thing here. Yeah? But a nigga feel like when him see one eclipse, it's just something that does happen.
Wow. And that's it.
Yeah?
And there's some video and put on in TikTok.
You know what I mean? Actual things are going on. Hey, look, man, just the simple moon phases, man. You can see physical effects happen at the simple moon phases, man. You have a certain time when the tide is high because of the type of moon that is out. That is a physical effect that took place on the earth because of the phase of the moon. And the moon have a lot to do with crops, man. The moon have a lot to do with crop and the planting of crops. Yeah. As I say, you used to have an almanac we call it McDonald Almanac. Yeah. And you have certain crop. You have certain crop like a bamboo. You don't cut bamboo on a certain moon. Yeah. You have certain insect if will eat it. You know, if you cut it at a certain moon, man, like certain parasite. So you have, you have some insect repellent in that plant at a given time. Yeah, at the moon cycle, man. These things have a lot to do with things on the earth, man. Look, man, you see, this devil don't want you to know things. He want you to go up on TikTok, go hack the fool. Yeah. Right, so chain root, you don't cut it on the full moon. That's a plant here in Jamaica, man. You have a certain time when them pies. Yeah? So you have to know the moon that you're going to do it on. And you have certain fish too, that their mouth soft. The mouth soft at a certain moon cycle, man. You know what I mean? Say for the fishing with hook. Yeah, you know, if you use line and fish, you know that like certain fish, Yeah, so all these things, have an effect on the earth, man. So you're gonna have signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, man. To let you know that there are specific things that are going to happen, man. Yeah? What up?
And upon the earth, the stress of nations.
And what? Upon the earth, the stress of nations. So when you see these things happen, the thing that follow are the things that are joined to these type of signs that take place in the heavens. You know what I mean? Part of those things are the distress of nations, man. Like what you see going on now. Yeah? Go on now.
Distress of nations
Right.
with perplexity.
Right.
The sea and the waves roaring.
Yeah, the natural effects them when you see it take place, man. Go on. Earthquakes and all that.
Men's hearts failing them for fear.
Right.
And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Right.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Go on.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
So quick. Because guess what? Them nuclear bombs are going to shut off, man. Because of the distress of nations and because of all them something we see take place right now, it's going to cause this war to escalate, where those bombs are going to get shot, where the Lord is going to make him a rival, man. Here's where we at. Right now, what do you think? America have no option, man, but to go to war. They have no option but to go to war, man. What they plan to do in Ukraine to Russia is not working. Russia said, since yesterday I was watching a report, Russia said 15,000 T-90M tanks, one of the best tanks, the best tank in operation that Russia produce right now. 15,000 by the end of the year, man. Why? Because Russia now having a war economy where factories open up to produce weaponry. Yeah, so all the mobilized troops and other people that was mobilized, some were mobilized to work in factories, man. Yeah? So what the Americans through NATO tried to do, it's not working. What they try to do is basically to try to weaken Russia by having them fight in a war. A war of attrition, attrition, how they want to call it. You know what I mean? In the hope that them supply dwindle, and in the hope that the military strength weaken. But what happened in return? They are gaining experience. They get the ability now to try out certain weaponry to see if it will work. You know what I mean? Not only that, the economy is now turning into a war economy where they're producing more weapons than what they used to produce from before. Leaving NATO and America in a position where they can't do the same because they never declare war in order to mobilize people to work in factories to produce more weaponry. So them get the bitter end of the stick. So them plan, the most time them plan backfire.
I mean, meanwhile Europe starve for energy.
Yeah.
What Russia do is them get other people to start buying them oil. You see me? And other people them agree to buy them oil.
I think the rating agency now basically gonna rate Russia economy because they rate it better than before because it grew. Exactly. The Russian economy grew. So them trying to use sanctions and all of that to try to bring down the Russian economy, and it actually grew because Russia started to make links with other countries.
Right.
You know, go around.
But Europe again, mean them.
Go around the American and friends system. Saudi Arabia, China actually bring Saudi Arabia to the table to be friends with Iran, man. Unprecedented, man. Because the whole Sunni and Shiite thing in the Middle East, you know what I mean? Saudi, you know, play a major role in that. This is all prophecy, man. This is all prophecy. You know what I mean? And you have certain things that are going to ensue after the America going to have to go to war, man, especially down here in the Middle East, man. Here's where they're going to send their troops, man. Because deal like this what Saudi Arabia is making is detrimental to the US dollar. And that's what we talk about now on the news, man. Yeah? What up?
It's Joel 3 verse 9, proclaim me this among the Gentiles, prepare war.
Right, so this is what's going on. The Lord is preparing war, putting in the mindset of these people to do what they are doing now, the very thing that they are doing now, that's gonna cause this war to kick off, man. Yeah? The Lord is preparing them to war. Right? Go on.
Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
Like, you have a lot of men considering to join Wagner PMC. Because they must say it's a formidable force and they get paid at the promotion thing, you know. But then they recruit prisoners, but you know, you have men, you know, from all over the world volunteering now to become a part of Wagner. Yeah? So all that man, they have a war mindset. You know, they're ready to go to war now, man. You have men from all the way down in Africa fighting, you know, in the Russian military right now, over there in Ukraine. And then you have mercenaries, you know, from all over, fighting on behalf of Ukraine. Hell, let me say, yo, how much in battalion a Polish soldier over there masquerading as Ukrainian soldier right now? Yeah? So this is already a world war.
Officially declared as
Yeah, you know, officially declared as such, but you have men from every country fighting now. Yeah, go on.
Right. So beat your plowshares into swords,
Right.
and your pruning hook into spears.
Right, and that's what Russia did now. Russia opened up a certain factory, and now they're at full steam producing artillery, producing tanks, man. Yeah? And producing cruise missiles. Because America been saying that Russia will run out of cruise missiles soon. They're making more. And China will give them the chips, man. You say, oh, they don't have the chip because we sanction them. Wait, Russia have other friends that can sell them the chip.
I can sanction them, friend.
Yeah? Hey, then the Elamites, them good on certain technology. Man. Elamites, you know, them Elamites over there basically send drone to Russia, man, like Iran. Countless amount of drones, man. Kamikaze drones. Yeah? Wanna?
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Come on.
Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
Come on.
Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Right, so this is basically going to cause the angels to come and deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. Hey, funnily,
The angels are still the war right now.
funnily, you know, you have them gutterats talking about deliverance. You know, that deliverance was 1948. You know what I mean? But Balfour Declaration, man. When the scripture tell you that the Lord is going to gather his elect from the four wings of the earth. You know? He's going to set forth the angels to do so. Because when they go in on the book of they tell you more specific how the Lord is going to do it. Yeah, you can give me.
Matthew 24, verse 29 said, immediately after the tribulation
Right.
of those days,
Right, so there's a tribulation that is coming, man. And immediately after the tribulation, yeah, after some people starve out, after some people kill each other, after the MOTB get injected into some people, after the war, when the war coming to a head, mainly when the missiles fire, then, just then, the Lord is sending forth his angels, man. Go on.
of those days shall the sun be darkened,
God,
the moon shall not give her light,
God.
and the stars shall fall from heaven.
What is them stars, man? It's them nuclear bombs, man. The nuclear warheads. That is the star not gonna fall from heaven, man. Not those things that they look up in the sky and look at, me. These are talking about the warheads, man. Wanna?
And the power of heaven shall be shaken,
Right.
and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Right, because the Lord is gonna come to beam up the elect from before the fire. Toast them. So I'm gonna bring the third part through the fire. You know what I mean? So while them bombs coming down, you know, the elect is going up. A matter of fact, give me that in Revelation 11, brother. Revelation 11. Continue to read that.
Sign of the Son of Man.
Right.
Heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn,
Right.
and they shall see the Son of Man.
In the book of Ezra, it says, look, man, second Ezra, it says, they might come up to fight. You know, though they were afraid, but there's fight. You know, fight the Lord, man. Stopping the battle that they have against each other, which is World War III. To fight the Lord. Yeah? The Lord will pop up on them. Voila.
They shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
Right, them chariots, man. It's white man, so-called white man. Love to call them UFOs. Yeah? Those chariots, man, coming in. The same hour when them bombs get shot off, man. Them nuclear warheads coming down in the same hour, the chariots have appeared over the cities, man. Taking up the elect. Yeah, go on.
A great glory, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet,
God.
and they shall gather together his elect from the four wings, from one end of heaven to the other.
And that's how Israel is going to be delivered, man. But not by some jet plane, you know, or ship carrying back people to Israel, man. That's not deliverance. Deliverance is going to come by the means of the chariots of the Lord, man. You know the scripture say, oh, the Lord is going to ride into Egypt on a swift cloud. And it was referring to another Egypt. Not the first one. The Lord ride up in the first Egypt on a swift cloud also. But the Lord is going to do it again. Yeah, voila.
After 3 days and a half,
Right.
the spirit of life from the hour entered into them,
Right.
and they stood upon their feet.
Right, which you basically see that taking place right now. They be waking up, man. Standing up on their feet. Yeah? That's the spirit of life, man. If we go into the book of Ezekiel, it's still about the dry bones. Yeah? Continue.
Stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
God.
And they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, Come up hither.
Right, that's the angels basically going about delivering the elect. Come up either. Give me the sea of glass. Go on.
Come up hither, and they ascend to heaven in a cloud.
Right, so the chariots basically, which are the clouds that the scripture talk about, you know, the chariots, that's what going to deliver the elect. They say, come up hither. You're going to be beamed up with them chariots, man.
And their enemies beheld them.
Right, so everybody else that remain on the earth going to see that. In the same time, fretting about the bombs that is going to come down. Pissing themselves, man. Yeah?
And the same hour was there a great earthquake.
And the same hour was a what? Great earthquake. In the same hour, them bombs are going to drop. That's what's going to cause a great earthquake. And guess what? Completely. Everybody will remain going to die, man.
And the 10th part of the city fell.
Which basically means completion. The word 10
And in
means
the earth-
completion.
And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and
Right.
the remnant were affrighted.
Right.
affrighted.
And even 7 actually mean completion.
Were affrighted
10 and 7.
and gave glory to Yahweh of heaven.
God. Yeah?
verse 2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass.
So this is what's gonna happen after, you know, you say come up hither. You're gonna be looking back down on the ozone layer. Above the ozone layer, looking back down on America and wheresoever these bombs drop, man. And look what you just escape. What you just in Jamaica say you miss it by the skin of a teeth. Yes, I show how close call. Woo! What a close call. Yeah, gone.
So, and I saw, as if it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Right, them mushroom clouds and the fire that came from the bombs, man. You know, looking down, you know, seeing the burning that's taking place, man. That's what the prophet saw. One.
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass and with a red heart.
Right. So all who escape, you know, the MOTB and all that, they're gonna be up there in the ozone layer looking down, man. In them chariots, man, looking down, you know, at the destruction. Yeah?
Psalms 91 and verse 7 says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side,
God.
and 10,000 at thy right hand,
God.
but it shall not come nigh thee.
Right.
Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Yeah, man, you're gonna see people burning, man, but guess what? You're gonna be going up while people burning, man. Yeah? The scripture said the remnant were what? Frightened. Yeah? Can't believe I escaped what happened, man. Yeah? You expect to die. Yeah? Hey, that's what the Lord deliver, man. The Lord deliver with the last second to deliver you, man. You know? You know?
Isaiah 31 verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
Right, as birds flying, you know, like chariots, man. The chariots flying formation, man. You will see them birds migrated. You know, and them hey, just like how Esau military, you know, when them fighter jet, them basically squadron. Whenever squadron, that's what they call it. Fighter squadron, that's how them fly in a formation. Like this. You know? So that's how the chariots are basically like birds flying, a formation.
As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
God.
Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it.
God.
Journey upon it from whom the children of Israel of Hebrew revolted. For in the day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which were your own hands made unto
Zechariah 14 verse 1 says, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee.
God.
For I will gather all the nations against Jerusalem to battle,
God.
and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished,
God.
and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations.
Right, so the Lord is going to come back this time, come fight these nations, man. Lord is coming to war, man. I'm gonna fact the book of Revelation it tells you come to what? Judge and make war. Yeah? Answer that.
As when he fought in the day of battle.
God.
This is Revelation. Revelation 19, verse 19 says, and I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and the armies gathered together
God.
to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
God. Yep. Yeah, World War III is automatically going to turn into a war of terrestrial beings against spiritual beings, man. Yeah, that's what the war going to turn into, man. Yeah. That president name again, Reagan. You know, he said perfectly. You know, you're going to see people come together if they have a common enemy. If we have an extraterrestrial threat, basically,
We should have an outside threat.
we have an outside threat.
Aside our differences.
Yeah, people have put aside them differences, man. And that's what going to happen. Whatsoever the reason for World War III, they're going to put that aside. Fight against the Lord.
Verse 11, Revelation 19 and 11 says, and I saw heaven open,
God.
and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
Right, so the Lord is going to make a war in righteousness, man. Yeah? That's what the Lord's going to do.
His eyes were as flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
Right, it's going to conquer all these nations. Yeah? Beat them to dust.
And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called Word of Yahweh Shemeshah Power.
Right.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, and clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
Right. It's not literal horses, man. Yeah, horse represent power. White represent pure. Yeah, clean.
It's 2 Ezra 13 and verse 1. And it came to pass, after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo,
And it's not talking about the ocean out there, man. Not H2 or what. Yeah? Speaking about the great deep. You know? What you'd like to call space, man. You know? They watch a movie Independence Day, man. The first one, when you see them ships coming in, and you see the effect of the clouds basically bubbling up when them ships coming in, man. Yeah, he's basically trying to depict how the Lord arrival gonna look like. Wanna?
and lo, there arose a wind from the sea,
God.
and it moved all the waves thereof.
God.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
God.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under it.
Yeah, people gonna be scared shitless, man, when this happens, man. When the sky basically get breached, people gonna be scared. As a matter of fact, a lot of people won't know that it's an alien, because according to Esau be teaching people that look, We get alien invasion and all of that.
I'm saying the alien narrative.
Yeah, him have a condition people about the grays and that and how them fight this cut, them shoot down one and them have it at Roswell. Roswell and them have it at Area 51 and all them type of, that's madness, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure that he lied.
He is the one that tried to fix a narrative, you know, to get people to believe that, you know, we're gonna have a fight for humanity because aliens are coming and you know, them ET are come for basically take over the planet. When it's the Lord. Yeah? So he saw this narrative out there. So a lot of people are gonna be fighting against the Lord, not knowing that the Lord, you know, you have JP going up in chariots, man. You know, in so-called white man chariot, to get blasted out of the sky. Pilots. You know? I have pilots out there that are basically are JP. Yeah? They were going up in that time, man.
Verse 4 it said, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of numbers from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
God.
And I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it.
God, which is a very big chariot, man. Bigger than the one in Independence Day. Big.
It said, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, but I could not. And
God.
after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, but durst fright.
Right.
Yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came,
Flying up, shooting all different type of rocket. You know what I mean? Nuke. Nothing can breach.
Force field, everything. Losing, but
Every type of weapon him off, you know, direct energy weapon, everything. Yeah?
would I try all microwave
They're coming
technology,
violently. That means they're going to fire everything with them up.
nuclear.
Remember the Independence Day? Remember the Independence Day when they wanted to come and settle? And they said they're going to shoot it down.
The music a nuke on that time.
He used a nuke. And say nuke don't do nothing.
Right.
It have a force shield for it to block everything.
Yeah.
take it up there, where somebody will fly up in there and take it.
Look, comes down to verse 33. It says, and when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another.
Yep.
An innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as those size.
Leaving which battle? Battle of World War III, man.
Right.
That's the reason why we know that we are in the season for the coming of the Lord. Yeah? So one key marker to mark when the Lord is coming is the war that is going to be fought. Itself, you know that is it. And we are about to see this thing escalate into the war that the scripture talk about. This is showing how close the coming of the Lord is. You know, America right now basically want to pass a law now to basically make, you know, all transactions go through the central bank. Fed now. You know what I mean? Every purchase or whatsoever you're gonna do now, you know, gonna be done through the government, you should say. Yeah? So you know that the CBDCs for America is near. Jamaica already gone CBDC. And when all them countries do them thing, then they're gonna implement, you know, the hardware that they're gonna have to use to basically gain access to the system. So the chip, the C to the hip, You know, you see? Now we in the time now we can't even call it out.
Yeah.
You know, we being censored, man. It show you, it show the time. The time, man. We are there, man. We are there. To the point where you can't even say the word. Yeah? So very soon, you know, they will be sticking people, you know, with that device. Very, very soon, man. You know, you have the 15-minute cities concept that's supposed to be rolled out next year to in a certain country. You know, carbon lockdown and the measures that are going to come with it. All type of craziness, man. It's down the pipe to happen, man. All type of craziness. Voilà.
First Thessalonians 5 verse 1. So, but of the times and the seasons, brethren,
Right.
ye have no need that I write unto you.
Right.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right. So they'll catch a lot of people by thieves. Like thieves, man. You know? Why we know perfectly? Because we're watching the events that the Lord warned us about. So we know perfectly said they'll catch them people because them don't have a clue. Yeah? That the Lord already shows the season when this thing is gonna wrap up. We are there, man. We are there. You know? Jake think about another 50, 60 years. You know? Going down the line.
God. Food, not, we don't even have food surety for 50, 60. For the next 5 years, much less 60 years.
Back in 2 Ezra 13 and verse 9 said, Lo,
God.
and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand nor held sword
God.
or any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as if it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together. Right, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden and of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
God.
I saw this, I was afraid.
Yep. The Lord is going to use his weapon on them, man. Yeah. Direct energy weapon. This direct energy weapon. Yeah? Like lasers, man. Yeah?
Revelation 12 and verse 7 said, and there was war in heaven, Michael and his angel fought against Jagat, and Jagat fought and his angel, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great Jagat was cast out, an old serpent called devil and Satan.
Right. That's how you know the so-called white man is Satan, man. Physical counterpart of Satan is the so-called white man. Yeah? Well,
Deceived the whole world.
right.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
God. No more air superiority. You know? No more US Air Force, you know, British Air Force, British Royal Navy. Yeah? Russian Air Force. No more Air Force will be existing in that time when the Lord destroyed the masses. Yeah?
Jeremiah 25 verse 33 said, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even to the other
God.
end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither bury, nor gather. Lamented, neither gather, nor bury. They shall be dung upon the ground.
Right. Until the time when the Lord is ready to cleanse men, when they send forth passengers, you know, to mark the bones, man. Yeah?
Every day.
But it's gonna be long after. You know, because you know, the Lord are gonna purge out the rebels before then. You know, you can't find a priest about 50 before purge the rebels. Passengers. Yeah. We're gonna continue on employment.
And this is Ezekiel 39, verse 12.
Right.
And 7 months shall the house of Israel be bearing of them,
Right.
that they may cleanse the land.
Right.
So yea, all the people of the land shall bear them,
Right.
and it shall be to them a renowned day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord for,
Right.
and they shall 7 old men of continual employment.
Which is slavery, man. So they're gonna get men. You know?
passing through the land to
Right.
bury with the passengers,
Right.
those that remain upon the face of the earth,
God.
cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search, and the passengers that pass through the land, with any seed amongst bone, then shall he set a sign by it
Right.
to the buriers and buried in the valley of Haman.
So you have barriers and you have people who mark the spot where the bones are.
Some of the one exercise upper, one this,
Yeah. But all the work but they both do on the planet.
every time.
Imagine buried over a billion people. Enough work, I tell you.
Work a run, everybody now got unemployed.
Yeah?
Like,
They might not got unemployed, you know.
Yeah.
bench press. And then
Yeah, you're not gonna have unemployment.
do that show there every time, and do one box, one next two pictures.
Also the name of the city shall be Amana. Thus say they cleanse the land, and the Son of Man, thus say the Lord God, speak unto every feathered fowl, and to every beast of
Eat the flesh.
And this is Ezekiel 20 verse 34. And I will bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered.
Alright, so this is how the deliverance gonna go, man. You're gonna be everybody gonna as the scripture said, the wedding was furnished. You know? I give it a precept before you give it a precept. Wedding was furnished. For the wedding.
This is Matthew 22, verse 10. So the servant went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished
Right.
guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there was a man which had not on a wedding garment.
Right.
And he said unto him, Friend, How comest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless.
God.
Then
Hey, you have even the time when deliverance take place, when you have Jake will get gathered from all over the world, you know, you have Jake basically that, you know, now gonna fly straight. You know, so the Lord basically gonna get rid of them Jake them when not gonna fly straight. Just like back then, coming out of Egypt. You know, scenario gonna repeat again. Yeah? Go on.
Just like how it is.
Then said the king to the servant, bind him hand and foot, and take him away,
Right.
cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing, and gnashing of teeth.
Right. So you have all manner of people that gonna be brought when the Lord come. And some of them basically have forgot us. You know, they destroyed me. At the end of the day before, you know, we move on. Yeah? Matter of fact, go back to the prison when you read when the Lord come down off of the chariot. And finish first of the river.
So back in 2nd Ezra,
Let him come down off the chariot.
Second Ezra 30 and verse 12. So afterward I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another piece of the multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad,
Some were glad.
some were sorry. Some were sorry.
Yeah.
Right? And some of them were bound.
Right.
And others, some bought of them that were offered.
Right.
Then was I sick,
Right.
right, through great fear,
Right.
right, and I awakened and said, though I
Go on.
though I showed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer.
Good. And here's the other piece.
But in Ezekiel 20, verse 35 it says, verse 34 it says, and I will bring you out from the people,
Go on.
I will gather you out of the countries wherein you are scattered, so with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, I will hew it forth out,
Go on.
and I will bring you into the wilderness
Right.
of the people, and there will I plead you face to face,
Go on.
like as I pleaded with your fathers.
Because he pleaded with the fathers, you know, back in the time when they got led out of Egypt. Go on.
In the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, says the Lord of hosts,
Go on.
and I will cause you to pass under the rod.
Right, he will cause it to do what? Pass under the rod. Yeah? You know, in the attempt to get you straight. Yeah? Go on.
And I will bring you into the bond of the covenant,
Go on.
and will purge out from among you the rebels,
Right,
and them that transgress against me.
right.
I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel,
Go on.
and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
So just like how certain men never get to enter into the land, but another time, the same way this time. Nothing new under the sun. Yeah?
Luke 19 and verse 27.
Until the next go around.
Luke 19.
All Israel are going to be saved eventually, man.
19 and verse 27 says, but those mine enemy should have not, that I should reign over them,
Right.
bring hither and slay them before me.
Right. So it's now better rose when the Lord forward, man. The Lord come, there is no bed of rose, man. You know? It'll be a serious deal, man. Yeah? But with that, it's a Kalalali, how I wash him, I shy, wash him, I dash. The bonus to the apostles and elders of Great Stone who rule well. Shalom to all the brothers and money, keep pushing this truth, man. Shalom.